Now, when you show up to a game, what would you say your goal is? Is it to win, play your best, maybe dominate the competition? Now, all of those are fantastic goals, but my question to you is, how do you get there? Hey there, I'm Eli Strum, a performance coach and the founder of SuccessStarterThen.com. In this second video in the series on improving focus as an athlete, you're gonna learn why process focus is so important. Now, if you haven't watched the first video in this series that goes into detail on the different distractions you face as an athlete, go ahead and click right here to watch that video. Now, what do you need to do to put yourself in the position to achieve the goals that you want during a game, right? So the outcome goals, whether it's to win, get good stats, dominate the competition. What do you need to do to get those results? Everything that leads to the outcome that you want during a game, or even, by the end of a season or the end of a career, is known as the process. When you are focused on the process, you are focused on all of the small elements that lead to the outcome you want. An example I love to use when working with athletes is the difference between a completed puzzle and puzzle pieces. Of course, you want to have that puzzle completed and get to see the beautiful picture that you've made by completing the puzzle. But what does it take to reach that end goal? You have to focus on every single one of the pieces, no matter how big or small. Only after focusing on the pieces do you get the completed puzzle. And the same is going to be true for your performance. We can say that any outcome during a game is like the completed puzzle, whether that be getting a hit, making a basket, scoring a goal, or even winning the game in general. All of those are the outcome, the completed puzzle. But what are the pieces that lead to the outcome? That is what you want to focus on during practices, and especially during games. Now, by doing so, you're actually going to put yourself in the best position to get the outcome that you want. There's a clear reason why you want to focus on the process rather than the outcome. It puts you in a better mindset and in the best position to succeed. A lot of times when I talk to athletes about being more process focused, they resist it in the beginning because they feel like it means they can't want to win, or they're not allowed to want to play their best. But the truth is, it's actually going to be the opposite. In fact, when you are process focused, you're honestly putting in the required level of attention that you need in order to get the outcome that you want during the game. But instead of focusing on that outcome and trying to force it, you recognize that you want that outcome, and then you turn your attention onto the process that's going to help you get there. And by becoming more process focused, there are many benefits that you can expect that are going to positively impact your performance. Now, some of these are going to include decreased anxiety and fear. Two of the main things that keep you from peak performance are going to be the fear of failure and performance anxiety. And both of these mental blocks are caused by outcome-oriented thinking. So the more you can focus on the process, the less fear and anxiety you're going to have during games. Another benefit is improved effort, because when you rely too heavily on the outcome, or you rely too heavily on focusing on the outcome, a lot of times you aren't giving as much effort and attention to what you're doing in the present moment. Whether it's during practice or a game, being process focused is going to make sure that you are giving as much attention and effort to the task that you're doing right now. Another benefit is more consistency. Now, when it comes to being a consistent player, you want to focus on being consistent with your approach and your mindset during games, because you can't control the outcome. And so focusing on that form of consistency is only going to hold you back. Now, process-focused thinking is going to help you be more consistent because you are paying attention to the elements that you can control. And then another benefit is a better ability to manage mistakes. When you make a mistake during a game, you want to move on from that mistake as quickly as possible. But if you're hung up on the outcome, this is going to be pretty difficult, but by being process focused, you're going to allow yourself to move on much quicker and be able to refocus back onto the process moving forwards. In other words, you're going to ask yourself, what's important right now? And then another benefit is decreased perfectionism. Setting too high of expectations for yourself, such as, I need to play perfectly, is only going to cause you to play tight and often timidly. When you turn your attention onto the process, this is going to help you let go of those expectations and the demands that you have to be perfect, and it's going to allow you to simply focus on what's important right now and what you need to focus on to put yourself in the best position to succeed. Now, knowing the importance of being process focused, in this third video in the series, I'm going to talk about how you can actually go about being process focused as an athlete. So go ahead and watch that video to learn how you can be more process focused.